Hey, what is up guys, it is Slikk, or Slickboff here, back again with another video counting down my top 5 skins I would like to see in Injustice 2 for characters that are already announced, with the exception of my number 5, okay, so that's the thing, is like, it's likely Red Hood's gonna be in the game, but not confirmed, and by the fact that Bane and Poison Ivy and all of these Bat characters I didn't expect to be in the game are in there, I think they may try to ease away from it, and that was one of the big complaints of the first game, is like half of the characters in the game were Batman characters, and they're making a DC Universe fighting game, not a Batman one. So Red Hood might be DLC. He might not be in the game at all. I happen to think he will be in there. But, you know, I do appreciate the effort of including some more existential or sort of surrounding DC Universe characters like Starfire, hopefully Beast Boy, characters like that. I would personally really like to see. You know, I think the Teen Titans, the Legion of Superheroes are some really great properties to draw from for those character reveals if they want to just not make, you know, have only Bat characters, which is a fighting game I'd be down for, just saying, straight up Batman characters, but that's not the game they're making right here. Let's get into my top 5 list. So again, number 5 on my list is the Arkham Knight skin for Red Hood. Red Hood's not announced for the game yet, but he has been heavily teased by Ed Boon on Twitter, so I thought that it was fitting to include him here. The Arkham Knight skin is one that I think is really cool, but we also see that Batman sort of has some gear that kind of makes him look like the Arkham Knight a little bit, which is a little bit alarming, but, you know, we can see some underpinnings of Batman maybe being a little bit on the evil side in this game, so it makes a little bit of sense. But yes, the Arkham Knight skin, or suit, whatever you want to call it, for Jason Todd Red Hood would be an amazing thing. I'm totally here for it. But especially if they change the voice to match the Arkham Knight synthesizer. You don't need to get, you know, the voice actor who did the Arkham Knight. It was Troy Baker in that case. You could keep the voice actor, but, you know, just sort of add the synthesizer to it to make the Arkham Knight. I would pay for that skin. You know, I would pay decent money for that skin. I think that would be really, really cool. In the number 4 spot, we do have the Batman v Superman Armored Edition suit, and I do feel that the regular gray suit in, you know, the warehouse scene, for instance, is quite cool in Batman v Superman. But in this game, since we're fighting Superman and now Supergirl quite a bit, it makes a lot of sense to have the armored suit. That's basically what you want if you're a regular dude with no superpowers fighting a Kryptonian. Also in this game, you see the green pulsating throughout Batman's suit. It makes a lot of sense to have the armored suit and have the green pulsating through there. Hopefully people pick up on the fact that that might be kryptonite. Now, I don't know if it is or not, because he has that even when he fights non-Kryptonians, but I do think that it would be really cool to have that feature of the armored suit and some of the green pulsating through, basically teasing that there's some kryptonite in the mix inside of the suit. So I think that would be really cool. The armored suit, I definitely would like to see it in Injustice 2, and I think it also fits with the theme of very dystopian, you know, reality that the Injustice 2, Injustice in general universe provides. In the number 3 spot, I have the Batman Arkham Knight Batsuit, which I think is probably my favorite Batsuit. As much as the Arkham City one is a classic, the Arkham Knight one fits better within the Injustice universe. It's more modern, contemporary. You've got the armor and stuff like that. That is definitely how Batman could look in the Injustice universe, unlike, you know, we've got the underwear up top. It's not underwear, you get the point. The briefs, whatever. And you also have basically the notion of, you know, the armor and stuff like that, and well, it's a little bit more, you know, gadget-like. In case you're unaware, Sefton Hill recently did an AMA, who is the game designer and lead director of Batman Arkham Knight, and he talked about how they actually had, like, the Arkham City suit in Batman Arkham Knight up until a decent way into production. They realized that all the technology with the Batmobile and stuff like that they had in the game, it just didn't look right alongside of it, so they had to update it, and that is how they got the Batman Arkham Knight armored suit, which in my opinion is, you know, my favorite of all of them. So I definitely would like to see that in Injustice 2, because a lot of the gear, it doesn't really, you can't really create the Batman Arkham Knight armored suit. You're probably just going to need a straight up, you know, skin, a part of the season pass to make you look fully like the Batman Arkham Batman. But the Arkham City suit in the first Injustice game was really cool as well, so I'd be happy with that too. Coming in at the number 2 spot, so I've already got the Batman Arkham suit and the Arkham Knight suit, so I'm curious what you guys think might be my number 1. I think if you all know me pretty well, you might know what's going to be at number 1. So anyway, number 2 is the New 52 Supergirl suit. This is my favorite Supergirl costume of all time. You know, the one in the show is pretty okay, but the Supergirl New 52 suit is awesome, and you can get something pretty close to it. I actually tried to create it in my loadout 3 of Supergirl. I might show it on the screen here. It's relatively close. It's not perfect. Again, you're going to need a skin to get it just right. sort of like the case for all of them. I mean, you can kind of create the armored suit in Injustice 2 with some of the gear, but it's not perfect, and the best way to get that is a straight up skin. And the Supergirl New 52 skin is iconic, as is the run, in my personal opinion. Supergirl also becomes a Red Lantern in the New 52 Supergirl and around the third arc or so, and that would be something that would be cool to maybe see her as a Red Lantern fighting Atrocitus, which is something that would be really damn cool. But yes, the Supergirl New 52 suit is my favorite Supergirl suit of all time, and I hope to see it in the game. So that's it for number 2. Alright, and here we are at the number 1 spot. Again, you know, I've already got the Arkham suit, I've got Jason Todd, Arkham Knight, so in the number 1 spot, I do have Harley Quinn from Suicide Squad. My favorite interpretation of this character ever. Margot Robbie did a brilliant job portraying the character, and I gotta give it props to, you know, David Ayer and the makeup team and stuff like that. I hope they win the Oscar for it. They have been nominated because, you know, they really did a great job at making Harley Quinn contemporary, and as opposed to being sort of this punching bag that is very, you know, I mean, she's still comedic, of course, but a little bit more gritty, a little bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess like mature, sophisticated, definitely, as opposed to the animated series, who is just constantly loathing and chasing after the Joker. Which of course she does in the film as well. She's excited to see him, but she stands on her own 2 feet much more, and also her character design and the way she acts is, again, much more mature for an updated audience, unlike what they had to do with the animated series, which is you know, a kid's show. They couldn't really have, you know, Harley Quinn calling people, you know, words that Donald Trump likes to use, or, you know, whatever. So, you guys know what I'm talking about if you've seen the Suicide Squad movie. So yes, I really would like to see Harley Quinn Suicide Squad, not Jared Leto's Joker, okay? As I said, I think the update works for some characters in Suicide Squad. It doesn't work for some characters like Killer Croc and the Joker. I could just do without them in terms of their design. Although I have come to quite like Jared Leto's Joker, it's not my go-to. So that is my list for the top 5 skins I would like to see in Injustice 2. Let me know your list in the comment section below. Once again, to recap, that is the Arkham Knight Red Hood skin, the BVS Armored Suit at number 4, Batman Arkham Knight at number 3, Supergirl's New 52 suit at number 2, and then number 1, the skin I would like to see the most in Injustice 2 is Harley Quinn's Suicide Squad design, which is not just a, you know, a suit, it's also the tattoos and everything like that. So anyway, guys, I hope you'll have enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to give it a thumbs up. My name is Slikk. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video.